हेलो दोस्तों, एस के आई चैनल में आप सभी का स्वागत है। कृपया मेरे चैनल को लाइक कीजिए, अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए और हाँ, सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। साइंस क्लास 6 चैप्टर 15 एयर अराउंड अस। We have learned in chapter 9 that all living things require air, but have you ever seen air? You might ever have seen air, but surely you must have felt its presence in so many ways. You notice it when the leaves of the trees rustle or the clothes hanging on the clothesline sway. Pages of an open book begin fluttering when the fan is switched on. The moving air makes it possible for you to fly your kite. Do you remember activity 3 in chapter 5 in which you separated the sand and shoulders by winnowing? Winnowing is more effective in moving air. You may have noticed that during storms and wind, the wind blows at very high speed. It may even uproot trees and blows off rooftops. Have you ever played with a firki? Figure 15.1 is different types of firki. Activity 1. Let us make a firki of your own. Following the instructions shown in figure 15.2, hold the stick of a firki and place it in different direction in an open area. Making a simple firki 15.2. Move it a little back and forth. Observe what happens. Does the firki rotate? What makes a firki rotate? Moving air, isn't it? Have you seen a weather clock? Figure 15.3. It shows the direction in which the air is moving at that place. A weather clock. In air present everywhere is present everywhere around us. Close your fist. What you have been in it? Nothing. Try the following activity to find out. Activity 2. Take an empty open bottle. Is it really empty? Does it have something inside? Turn it upside down. Is something inside it now? Figure 15.4. Expand between empty bottle. Now dip the open mouth of the bottle into a bucket filled with water as shown in figure 15.4. Observe the bottle. Does water enter the bottle? Now tilt the bottle slightly. Does the water now enter the bottle? Do you see bubbles coming out of the bottle or hear any bubbly sound? Can you now guess what was in the bottle? Yes. Yes, you are right. It is air that was present in the bottle. The bottle was not empty at all. In fact, it was filled completely with air even when you turned it upside down. That is why you are noticed that water does not enter the bottle when it is pushed in an inverted position, as there was no space for air to escape. When the bottle was tilted, the air was able to come out in the form of bubbles, and water filled in the empty space that the bubbles that the air has occupied. This activity shows that the air occupies space. It fills all the space in the bottle. It is present everywhere around us. Air has no color and one can see through it. It is transparent. The air is surrounded by the thin wall layer of air. The earth is surrounded by a thin layer of air. This layer extends up to the many kilometers above the surface of the earth and is called atmosphere. As we move higher in the atmosphere, the air gets rarer. These mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders with them. Now can you think mountaineers carry oxygen cylinder with them while climbing mountains? Figure 15.5. 15.2. What is air made up of? Until the 18th century, people thought that air was just one substance. Experiments have found proof that it is really not so. Air is a mixture of many gases. What kind of mixture it is it? Let us find out about some examples of major components of the mixture. One by one. Water vapor. We have learned earlier that the air contains water vapor. We also saw that when air comes in contact with a cool surface, it condenses and drops of water appears on cool surface. The presence of water vapor in air is important for the water cycle in the nature. Now, oxygen. Activity 7. In the presence of which are fixed two small candles of same length on a table. Light both the candles. Cover one of the candles with an inverted glass tumbler and observe both the candles carefully. Air 15.6. Air has oxygen. This experiment. Do both the candles continue to burn or go off? You must have observed that the candles covered with the glass tumbler got extinguished after some time, whereas the other candle continued burning. What can be the reason for this? Think about. It seems that the candle got extinguished because the component inside of the glass tumbler which supports ox burning is limited. Most of the component is used up by burning candles. However, the other candle is getting a new supply of the air. This is component of air which supports burning is known as oxygen. Nitrogen. In activity 3, did you observe that air is still present in the glass bottle even after the candle blew out? This indicates that the presence of some component in the air which does not support burning. The major part of the air which does not support burning candle is nitrogen. Carbon dioxide. In a closed room, there is some material that is burning, you may have felt suffocation. This is due to excess of carbon dioxide that may be accumulating in the room. As the burning continues, the carbon dioxide makes up small components of the air around us. Plants and animals consume oxygen for respiration and produce carbon dioxide. Plant and animal matter also consumes oxygen on burning and produces mainly carbon dioxide and a few other gases. It is advisable not to burn dry leaves and discarded remains of the crop which pollute our surroundings. Dust and smoke. The burning of the fuel also produces smoke. Smoke contains a few gases and fine dust particles and is often harmful. That is why you see long chimneys in the factories. This takes the harmful smoke and gases away from our nose but brings it closer to the bird flying up in the sky. Dust particles are always present in air. Activity 4. Find a sunny room in your school and home. Close all the doors and windows with curtains pulled down to make the dark room. Now open the door or a window facing the sun just a little in such a way that it allows sunlight to enter the room only through a slit. Look carefully at the incoming beam of the sunlight. Do you see some tiny shining particles moving in the beam of the sunlight in figure 15.7? What are these particles? During the winters, you might have observed similar beams of sunlight filter through the trees in which dust particles appear to dance merely around. This shows that the air also contains dust particles. The presence of dust particles in air varies from time to time and from place to place. We inhale air when we breathe through our nostrils. Fine air and mucus are present inside the nose. This we are observing the presence of dust in air with sunlight. Prevent dust particles from getting into the respiratory system. Do you recall being scolded by your parents when you breathe through your mouth? If you do that, harmful dust particles may enter your body. We may conclude then that air contains some gases, water vapors, and dust particles. The gases in air are mainly nitrogen, oxygen, and some amount of carbon dioxide, and many other gases. However, there may be some policemen regulating the traffic of a crowded crossing often wear a mask. Some variation in the composition of the air from place to place. We said that the air contains mostly nitrogen and oxygen. In fact, these two gases together make up 90% of the air. The remaining 1% is constituted by carbon dioxide and a few other gases and water vapors. Figure 15.3. How does oxygen become available to animals and plants living in the water and soils? Take some water in a glass or a metal container. Heat it slowly on tripod stand. Well before the water begins to boil, look carefully at the inner surface. Figure 15.10. Water contains air. Of the container, do you see tiny bubbles on the inside? These bubbles come from the air dissolved in water. When you heat the water to begin with, the air dissolved in it escapes. As you continue heating, the water itself turns into a vapor and finally begins to boil. We learned in chapter 8 and 9 that the animals living in water use dissolved oxygen in water. The organism will live in soil also need oxygen to respire, isn't it? How do they get the air they need for their respiration? Activity 6. Take a lump of dry soil in a beaker or a glass and add water to it and note that what happens. Do you see bubbles coming out from the soil? These bubbles indicate the presence of air in the soil. When the water is poured on the lump of soil, it displaces the air, which is seen in the form of bubbles. The organism that live inside the soil and the plant roots respire in this air. Figure 15.11. Soil has air in it of burrows and holes are formed in deep soil by the animals during living in the soil. These burrows also make spaces available for the air to move in and out of the soil. However, when it rains heavily, water fills up all the spaces occupied by the air in the soil. In this situation, the animals living in the soil have to come out for respiration. Could this be the reason why earthworms come out of the soil only during heavy rains? Have you ever wondered why all the oxygen of the atmosphere does not get used up through a large number of organisms are consuming it? Who is refilling the oxygen in the atmosphere? 15.4. How is the oxygen in the atmosphere replaced? In chapter 7, we read about photosynthesis. In this process, plants make their own food and oxygen is produced along with it. Plants also consume oxygen for their respiration, but they produce more of it than they consume. That is why we say plants produce oxygen. In obvious that animals cannot live without plants. The balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is maintained through respiration in animals, in plants and animals, and by the photosynthesis in plants. This shows the interdependence of plants and animals. We can now appreciate how important air is in for life on Earth. Are there any other used uses of air? Have you heard about windmill? Look at figure 15.12. Windmill 15.12. The wind makes the windmill rotate. The windmill is used to draw water from tubules and run floor mills. The windmills are also used to generate electricity. Air helps in the movement of the sailing yachts, gliders, parachutes, and aeroplanes. Bats, insects can fly due to the presence of air. Air also helps in the dispersal of seeds and pollen of the flowers of several plants. Air plays an important role in water cycle. Keywords: atmosphere, carbon dioxide, composition of air, oxygen, nitrogen, smoke, windmill. Summary: air is found everywhere. We cannot see the air, but we can feel it. Air in motion is called wind. Air occupies space. Air is present in water and soil. Air is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and few other gases. Some dust particles may also be present in it. Oxygen supports burning and is necessary for living organisms. The envelope of air that surrounds the earth is known as atmosphere. Atmosphere is essential for life on earth. Aquatic animals use dissolved air in water for respiration. Plants and animals depend on each other for exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide from air.